Website now, so no embargo on that. Cameras will go off, and then we'll go on to the written section, which is embargoed until 10:30 tonight. Over to you.
Andoni, good morning.
Morning.
Hello, good to see you again. The team news for this one, obviously, no Semenyo. Are there any other fresh injury problems?
No, basically will be the same players. We recover Ryan from the suspension, but as you said, we will have Antoine out. That is obviously another important player. And the ones that were injured, situations, they are long-term injuries in Alex and Julian's cases, and Sini continues his rehab. We have one or two players with small things, but I hope they are available for tomorrow, yes.
Semenyo's played all 12 games so far. He's been sensational. No Semenyo, no problem?
No, obviously he's a player you don't want to lose, and he was doing very good things. And also we will use this week, and we are using this week for him to deload him a little bit, and also with the kind of break he had with the international break, I think we will focus it in the positive way, and he can have like a small break and then be ready again for a very demanding month of December.
So he's suspended. I mean, last week Christie was suspended for reaching 5 yellows. You've got 3 other players on 4 yellows, and you have 34 yellow cards as a team for the season. Only a few more clubs have got more than that. So is there a yellow card problem?
No, I think there are some clubs with more yellow cards than us, but it's true that the way we play, sometimes you risk, when you go to press aggressive, you risk to arrive a little bit late. Then sometimes you have to accept the yellows. When these are the cases, I have no issues. Sometimes you have to take a yellow because you have to make the foul, because it's a very dangerous situation for the opposition. We can blame ourselves if it's because a descent, or because you touch a ball when you shouldn't, and this kind of yellows that probably we should avoid, because after we see that they have consequences.
You've lost the last 2 games narrowly, maybe unluckily. Have you just hit a bump in the road?
Yeah, I think we've kind of lost a little bit like the advantage, or the plus we got after beating difficult teams, and now after these 2 losses, I also think they were difficult games, because Brighton, they are in a very good place right now, and they are a hell of a team. But we were not as efficient as we were the games, and if you are not, or if we are not close to our 100%, we don't win games, and we have to continue doing the good stuff we are doing, but improve in the moments where the points are shared.
Wolves next, and they're rejuvenated. They've won their last 2. How tricky is this one going to be?
I think it's going to be a difficult game, because they probably are for sure they are in the best moment of the season. They come with the last 4 with no losses. For sure they have had, after a difficult start, also schedule-wise, they played all the top teams. Like energy burst, after winning these last 2 games, and we have to be ready for a very good team. We are facing now this week, I think, 3 opponents: Wolves, Spurs, Ipswich. That the 3 of them are now probably in a very good moment, in very good runs. So we will have to be also at their level, because we have difficult games ahead. Yes.
And it's you against Gary O'Neill, the man, actually, of course, you replaced here. Since you replaced him, Andoni, you've now been in charge for 50 Premier League games, and your record is 117, drawn 12 and lost 21. How good do you think that record is?
I think has been probably good, but this is season by season. It's not like you don't carry the points from past season to this one, or no. This we start again. Now we have 15. We continue needing much more. So we have to continue adding points to this, and this we judge our season by season. And how many points you got this season? This okay, good, bad, in the middle. This season we'll see. So we have to judge it like this, I think.
But it is excellent, really, isn't it? And the justification that Bournemouth have shown in you after replacing Gary has been absolutely justified, hasn't it?
I wouldn't say it like this. I've said it, I think, past season a lot of times. No, when Gary was here, he made a hell of a job. First season after promoting, we are seeing it every season how difficult it is, no, to survive and obviously the everyone, the players, the staff, everyone did it, and I think it's how I see it.
Just one final one. Are you happy with Kepa's form? The last couple of games, there have been one or two things which have happened where maybe he's been at fault. Is there any sense that Travers might come back?
I think he played well the other day. I think the 2 goals we conceded is basically lovely plays from Brighton players. I think the other day, especially Joao Pedro, Mitoma made the difference. I think we have been looking more at the other side of the pitch, where we had many more chances in the opposition box, and we didn't materialize, and they found, especially these players, who made the difference, and that was for me the main reason we didn't win.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi, Andoni. Have you been surprised by Wolves' turnaround, or when they were going through their difficult patch, were they deserving more than they got?
No, I haven't been surprised, because at the end they've played the first run of fixtures they've had. It was very, very difficult. No, they've played against all the top teams. It happened a little bit similar to us past season. And now when they've had, it's never easy in the Premier League, but at least more winnable, or at least more games against teams around their level, they've been very good. And we are going to face them probably in their best moment after a huge result. To win 4-1 Fulham away is a huge result, because Fulham are playing also very well. So for sure they are full of confidence and willing to recover the points, no, that for sure they think they've lost at the beginning.
Standout player for them, getting a lot of attention at the moment, Mateus Cunha. What does he do that's impressing you at the moment?
He's a difference maker. Every team, no, in the Premier League we saw it against Brighton, no? At the end, Mitoma, Joao Pedro, players that they don't need a lot to score, to make big plays, to give an assist, and Cunha is their player. I know him very well, because I also played against him in La Liga from Atletico Madrid. I know very well also Larsen. I played against him, and they are 2 top players. Top players. I think Wolves have a technically very, very, very good squad, very good players. You know, everyone has level on the ball, so it's not an easy opponent to press, because everyone is quite comfortable on the ball. They have good quality, not only the forwards, the midfielders. They play with Brazil a lot of games, with the international games, the defenders, the fullbacks. Everyone is comfortable on the ball, and I think it's going to be demanding for us, because it's not going to be easy to take the ball from them. Yes.
One on Gary. He had one transfer window in his time here, and the club paid for 3 players: Dango, Ilya, and Antoine. When you saw him last season, did you say thank you, buy him a bottle of wine for those 3 players?
No, it was obviously a good window, no, in that moment, and yes, it's always difficult, no, to recruit players. In 2 cases from abroad. Antoine is English, but yes, good recruitment in that moment, and it's good from the club especially. Yes.
With Antoine, you mentioned to Jeremy in general about the yellow cards, but the position he plays, I know there are risks with the pressing game, but should he be picking up 5 yellows in 12 games?
I think it's something that can happen. I don't want him to stop going to the duels, or stop going to the aerial duels, to the press, or not to receive a yellow. I think in his case he has had I think 2 yellows because of dissent, or after a foul, like probably not having the best behavior, and probably we have to look more there than the fouls that sometimes you have to make.
And with Mark Just on the 4 yellows, does that come into your mind at all when it comes to team selection and also the instructions you're giving them, the way you want them to play?
It comes into my mind. Yes, it comes when we are playing, and you don't want to lose them all together, especially now that we are quite short of players. You don't want. The other day we lose Antoine. First half we know Marcos is in for, and probably there is a part where I say, "Oof, we can lose also Marcos, and we cannot lose carefully with Justin." And but we will have to adapt. At the end, it's like injuries. You never know when they are coming, and that's why we have more players in the squad. And I think it's the moment now for these players to take their chances, to perform, and to show that we are more than just 13, 14, 15 that are the ones who with more minutes.
And just on after the Arsenal, Villa, City run, you said you were worried that there could be a natural sort of drop in mentality or whatever. When you look back at the last 2 games, as difficult as the opposition are, did that come true at all? Can you have any complaints about that side of things?
It's difficult to say and to prove, because I think both games we've had many more chances than the opposition, and probably you can argue, no, we've been there, we deserve much more. But it's true that we conceded an early goal the other day, second half. We conceded after scoring the 1-2 in Brentford in a key moment of the game. So probably we are not a team that we are winning games where we are not playing very well. And this is the next step we need to make. You know, when you start winning games, when you are playing average or sometimes even poor, is good for the teams. You know, we need to play well and to finish well and to do a lot of things well to win. So we have to continue. We have until we grow as a team, and we are more efficient, and we don't need a lot of chances, and we don't need a lot of control and be around the box a lot of times. We have to continue doing a lot of things well. Brighton here, they didn't have one corner against us. We didn't have one corner, you know, but they arrived 2-3 times, and then boom. They know when to hurt you, to punish you, and we have to value every chance we have. I think there is no guarantee that sometimes we are a lot of time around the box and okay, we'll take another one and it will come another. Sometimes it's no. You have to score this one. Maybe you don't have a second one, or you don't have a third one, and this is the difference that top teams or teams that are in the first part of the standings are making. Yes.
Good luck making that step.
Thank you.
Just wrap that round completely.
Morning.